So the last video I said at the beginning I would introduce animation and um, parent-child relationships, but I didn't do that last part. So let's do that, and then that will be enough, I think, to get you to your first assignment. So here's my animation. It applies only to this object, but I can create a parent-child relationship very easily with, let's take this sphere, for instance. I'm going to use Control X to get rid of the sphere. It's gone now. And put it here, so between the open and close tags of the logohedron. Here's the open tag for the logohedron, and notice that the open tag isn't done until we have the last angle bracket. So all the attributes of the entity here go in the declare in the entity tag. But between the open and close tags, I can add another entity. And that entity is this sphere. And notice that it is now, although the position here is given, it's no longer in that position. It's in that position relative to the parent. So the logohedron now is the parent of the sphere. And so it is its position is the 0, 0, 0 of the sphere's world. So for instance, it's -5, starts -5 behind the logohedron, or that side of the logohedron. We can make this a little bit smaller so we can see more of this animation. We can make this 0, so it brings it down a little bit. Let's make it 2. We can make the sphere itself a little bit smaller so we can see this better even. So we'll say 0.25. There we go. So now we can see most of the animation here in the actual page. We can see almost all of it. So what's happened here is the animation both up and down and round of the logohedron has now been applied to the sphere. The parent-child relationship means that everything the parent does, the child has to do, but the child can also have its own thing going on, right? So for instance, I could add another animation to the sphere. Let's in fact take the rotation animation out. That's Command X. Command X deletes and copies code to the clipboard. So let's put this animation. I'll put it after the shadow. Oh, not so great actually, because it is rotating, but we can't see it. There's no texture on that. So let's undo this. We'll put the rotation back. Okay. So we'll take the position animation. Oops. So now it's not going up and down, it's just round and round. The sphere is only going round and round. So then we'll say here, we'll get rid of, put this. So now the sphere goes up and down. We'll give it a dir. So you have to use the same syntax. So the dir is direction, colon is like an equal sign within the quotes. So here I have dur for duration, And in thousandths of a second, I'll make it 500. So that's half a second. So we'll see it a little bit faster. Or 300. That's like a third of a second, kind of. And then we have to have the semicolon between each one. And notice that, you may notice that, yeah, so that's the way that works. So if you have some existing syntax, you need to retain that syntax. So that's the last bit I wanted to add, that we can create parent-child relationships. We get a lot of complexity from this. I have an animation on the parent. The rotation animation is on the parent, and it's also being applied to the sphere, because the sphere is going round and round around the pivot of the parent. But I have another animation applied to the sphere, and that is this one, going up and down.